It's late, you're drifting, and then it hits, that brutal calf clamp that yanks you out of sleep like a fire alarm. If that keeps happening, give me 5 sips tonight. 5 gentle teas, chosen and timed for adults over 60, can help calm those night cramps this very week. No gadgets. No complicated recipes. Just a warm cup in your hands about an hour before bed, a few deep breaths while it steeps, and a simple way to note your results in the morning so you can see real progress. These teas are soothing, anti-spasmodic, and joint-friendly, and I'll show you how to prepare each one, when to use it, and how to keep it safe with the medications many people over 60 take. Try 1 tea each night for 7 nights, and when you wake up, write down a cramp score from 0 to 10. That tiny habit can turn frustrating, sleepless nights into calmer, more comfortable mornings. Let's begin with why cramps love to sneak in after 60, because understanding this makes your nightly tea feel like a well-aimed tool instead of a guess. As we age, it's normal to carry a little less muscle than we did in our 40s or 50s. That means the same walk, the same staircase, or a day of standing in the kitchen can fatigue your calves sooner. When a muscle tires, it's more likely to twitch or seize later. Circulation can slow a touch, especially if we sit for long stretches with knees bent or if we have varicose veins or swelling by evening. Hydration cues fade with age too, so many of us unintentionally drink less earlier in the day, then try to catch up late, which both disturbs sleep and can leave electrolytes out of balance. Medications matter as well. Common blood pressure pills like diuretics, some cholesterol medicines, thyroid adjustments, and even laxatives can nudge minerals or irritate muscles enough to set the stage for night cramps. None of this is a sentence to suffer. It's a sign that your muscles want steadier fluids, calmer nerves, and better blood flow. Teas help because they add gentle hydration at the right time and carry plant compounds that relax the nervous system, ease muscle spasm, and support circulation, all without the sugar jolts that keep you awake. Think of tea not as a miracle but as a nightly ritual that teaches your body to downshift. It's the combination that works. A warm drink to hydrate early in the evening, a few minutes of slow breathing while it steeps, a calm place to sit, and then a short stretch sequence for your calves and hamstrings after you finish the cup. That rhythm tells your nervous system, the day is over, it's safe to let go. And because you'll keep notes for 7 nights, you'll quickly see which tea is your best partner. Before we brew, a quick word about safety so you can use these plants with confidence. If you take diuretics, blood thinners, or sedatives, if you live with kidney disease or significant reflux, or if you've had issues with herbal allergies in the past, you're going to be smart and steady. Keep portions modest, avoid piling multiple herbs on the same night, and loop your clinician into the plan at your next visit. Teas are gentle, but gentle does not mean careless. You'll sip with awareness and your body will thank you. Here's how we'll use this video together. Each night for the next 7 nights, choose 1 tea. Brew about 200 to 250 milliliters, that's a modest mug, and start sipping 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That timing is the sweet spot. Close enough to bedtime to relax your muscles, far enough that you're not up all night in the bathroom. Skip added sugar. If you need flavor, tuck in a strip of orange peel, a slice of ginger, a small cinnamon stick, or a few leaves of mint depending on the tea you've chosen. When you finish your cup, do 2 minutes of easy calf and hamstring stretches. I'll guide you through those in a moment. Then sleep. In the morning, write your cramp score from 0 to 10, note whether you had to get up to urinate, and record what time you drank the tea. By the end of the week, you'll see patterns. The teas that calm you, the timing that works best, and the little triggers you can avoid. Let's dive into the 5 teas. We'll start with chamomile, the evening classic for a reason. Chamomile's gentle compounds encourage the nervous system to settle and the muscles to release their grip. For many people, it softens the edge of anxiety and helps sleep come a little easier. To brew, use 1 tea bag or 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried flowers in 200 to 250 milliliters of hot water just off the boil. Cover the cup so the calming oils don't escape and let it infuse for 8 to 10 minutes. Uncover, inhale the warm apple-like aroma, and sip slowly. Chamomile is the tea to reach for on nights when worry buzzes in your chest, when your shoulders live up by your ears, or when a long day has left your mind racing. If you're sensitive to the daisy family, skip chamomile. There are other options for you. If you take sedatives or warfarin, chamomile is usually fine in typical tea amounts, but because it's your health and your life, be consistent and let your clinician know you're using it regularly. Keep it simple, 1 cup, unhurried, and notice if your calves feel softer as you settle into bed. On nights when your legs feel fluttery and your belly is tight or gassy, lemon balm, Melissa, can be a quiet hero. Lemon balm has a softly anti-spasmodic effect on smooth muscle in the digestive tract and a calming effect on the nervous system, which means it can ease both stomach tension and the restless leg chatter that sometimes travels up from the gut. To brew, use a small handful of fresh leaves or a teaspoon or 2 of dried leaves. Pour hot water and infuse for 5 to 8 minutes, longer, and the lemony notes can turn a touch bitter. Cover your cup while it steeps to capture the fragrant oils. If you take sedatives, expect lemon balm to make you a bit more drowsy. That's the point at bedtime, but it means you shouldn't drive after your evening cup. If your blood pressure tends to run low, stick to 1 modest mug and see how you feel. Lemon balm is usually gentle, but you'll respect your body's feedback. This is the tea for those cramped, tight evenings when your calves want to twitch and your stomach feels like it's holding on too. Pair it with a few slow breaths and it often invites the whole front of the body to soften. Ginger is the tea you want after a day of walking, gardening, or errands when your legs feel heavy and your feet feel like they've been working overtime. Ginger's warm compounds support comfortable circulation to the legs and can make the lower limbs feel more alive in a pleasant way, which seems to ease those late-night spasms for many people. Slice 3 to 5 thin coins from a fresh ginger root, add them to your mug, pour in hot water, and cover for 8 to 10 minutes. If you like, add a squeeze of lemon once it cools a bit. Citrus brightens the flavor without sugar. Ginger is also handy when the weather is damp or cold and your joints feel stiff. If you live with reflux, be mindful. Ginger can be zippy on a sensitive stomach. Keep your evening portion modest and sip slowly. If you take blood thinners, ginger tea in typical culinary amounts is usually considered mild, but be consistent, notice how you feel, and share your routine at medical visits. Ginger at dinner or early evening can warm you without wiring you, which is exactly what you want. Nettle, stinging nettle when fresh, but perfectly tame when dried, is your mineral tea. The leaves naturally carry small amounts of magnesium, calcium, and potassium, which are all minerals your muscles use to contract and relax smoothly. No tea replaces a balanced plate or your doctor's advice, but nettle can be a kind, steady addition 2 or 3 times a week. To brew, add 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried nettle leaf to hot water, cover, and infuse for 7 to 10 minutes. strain thoroughly because the leaf can be slightly rough. The flavor is green and mild, a little like a meadow after rain, and takes well to a strip of orange peel or a mint leaf if you like a brighter cup. Because nettle can have a mild diuretic effect in some people, keep your evening portion modest and test it on a night when you can observe how your body responds. If you take diuretics or blood pressure medicines, or if you live with kidney disease, nettle is a tea to choose thoughtfully and discuss with your clinician. Used with awareness, it can be a soothing way to offer your muscles a whisper of minerals in plant form. Passionflower, Passiflora, is the tea for the nights when your mind refuses to power down and your body hums as if it forgot how to idle. Passionflower has a gentle sedative effect that helps reduce nighttime awakenings and the startle response that often goes hand in hand with nocturnal cramps. Brew 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried Passiflora officinalis leaves or a standard tea bag in hot water for 8 to 10 minutes under a cover to keep the steam and aroma in your cup. The taste is earthy with a soft floral note. A cinnamon stick or a few lavender buds can round it out without sugar if you enjoy aromatics. Because passionflower can make you sleepier, do not combine it with alcohol and be aware that it may enhance the effects of bedtime medications like benzodiazepines or prescription hypnotics. That can be helpful if your clinician agrees, but because your safety comes first, you'll keep your dose to 1 cup and never mix sedatives casually. Passionflower is not a tea to drink and then drive. Make it part of your last hour ritual when the only trip you're making is from the chair to the pillows. Timing and technique matter, so let's make preparation feel like muscle memory. Heat water to just off the boil, pour it over your herb, and always cover your cup during the infusion so the beneficial oils don't drift away. Use a simple mug lid, a small plate, or even a saucer, anything that traps the steam. Most of these teas enjoy 8 to 10 minutes of steeping. Lemon balm is a touch shorter, 5 to 8, to keep it bright. Keep your portion to 200 to 250 milliliters at night. That's enough to soothe and hydrate without filling your bladder. If you like a stronger flavor, increase the herbs slightly rather than brewing a giant mug. And keep sweeteners out of the picture. Even a spoon of honey can nudge your blood sugar up when you want it gliding down. If you crave a hint of sweetness on the tongue, a cinnamon stick offers a warm roundness without sugar, and a piece of orange peel brings a gentle sweetness from its aroma alone. If reflux tends to flare at bedtime, keep your sips slow and your citrus modest, and favor chamomile or lemon balm over ginger on sensitive nights. Use your tea as the doorway to a tiny routine that calms your whole leg. After your last sip, stand facing a wall with your hands resting on it and step 1 foot back. Keep the back knee straight, heel grounded, and lean your body gently toward the wall until you feel the top of the calf release. Breathe slowly for 30 to 40 seconds, then switch legs. Slide into the second version by bending the back knee a bit while the heel stays rooted. You'll feel the lower calf soften. Hold 30 to 40 seconds and switch. Sit at the edge of your bed, extend one knee with the heel on the floor, flex the ankle so your toes point toward you, and tip your chest forward a touch to find the hamstring. Hold 20 to 30 seconds each side. Finish with 10 gentle ankle pumps per foot, point and flex slowly to invite blood flow. That's 2 to 3 minutes total. You just told your calves in every language they understand, warmth, breath, and stretch, that it's safe to relax. There are clever ways to support your tea on hotter days or when you've been more active without sabotaging your sleep. Hibiscus, brewed earlier in the afternoon or early evening, can be a pleasant, tart companion that supports comfortable blood pressure and circulation for some people. But because hibiscus can be diuretic for certain folks, keep it away from bedtime and keep an eye on how often you urinate after drinking it. Save your nighttime slot for chamomile, lemon balm, ginger, nettle, or passionflower. At dinner, before you even think about tea, a salad dressed with a small splash of lemon juice or vinegar can gently support digestion so your stomach is calmer by the time you sit with your mug. If reflux is your frequent guest, choose a milder vinaigrette, keep portions reasonable, and avoid lying down right after eating. Your evening should feel like a glide path, not a roller coaster. Just as important as what to sip is what to skip. In the evening, steer away from caffeinated teas like black, green, or yerba mate. They can sneakily wake the nervous system and tighten muscles just when you want them loose. Avoid strong diuretic herbs such as horsetail or big mugs of dandelion close to bed. You're trying to soothe calves, not train for hallway sprints at 2 in the morning. Keep added sweeteners off the menu at night. Sugar tugs on blood sugar and can leave your muscles jumpy as it swings. And skip the nightcap. Alcohol doesn't relax your calves. It dehydrates you, fragments sleep, and makes cramps more likely near dawn when your body is driest. You're building an evening that is kind to your muscles and honest to your sleep. Let's craft your simple 7-night protocol so you can collect real data and build a routine that works in your real life. On nights 1 and 2, brew chamomile. Keep it consistent. 1 bag or 1 to 2 teaspoons of flowers, covered, 8 to 10 minutes, 200 to 250 milliliters, sipped 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Do your 2 minutes of stretches and sleep. In the morning, write your cramp score from 0 to 10, whether you woke to urinate, and the time you drank the tea. On night 3, try lemon balm. Same amount, 5 to 8 minutes, covered. Notice if the belly and calves both feel quieter when you lie down. On night 4, go with ginger, especially if you walked more or felt that heavy leg feeling during the day. On night 5, test nettle as your mineral tea, once you've confirmed with your clinician or you know it fits safely with your medications. On night 6, use Passionflower if your sleep has been jumpy or your thoughts don't want to settle. Keep that one to a single modest cup. On night 7, review your notes and pick the tea that seemed to help you most. Brew it again and confirm the pattern. From there, keep 2 starters in your weekly rotation, your personal champions, and use them 2 or 3 nights a week as your steady bedtime companions. As you try these teas, write small but useful details. What time did you sip? Which stretch felt best afterward? Did your calves feel warm under the covers? Did you wake to use the bathroom, and how many times? Did you have any heartburn? Patterns hide in little notes. You might notice that chamomile works best on days you felt tense, while ginger shines after errands and long walks. You might learn that your perfect sip time is 70 minutes before lights out, not 30. That's powerful information you can use again and again. Because your safety matters more than any cup of tea, let's name the red flags that deserve attention. If you ever have severe calf pain with sudden swelling, warmth, or redness in one leg, or you feel short of breath, that's not a tea problem. That's medical care now to rule out a clot. If cramps come with persistent weakness, numbness, or trouble lifting your foot, that can point to a nerve issue in your back or leg that deserves evaluation. If you take diuretics, anticoagulants, or sedatives, keep your tea choices simple and consistent, And share your nightly routine at your next visit so your clinician can celebrate what's helping and help you avoid interactions. If reflux visits often, favor chamomile and lemon balm, keep ginger earlier and smaller, and avoid lying flat right after drinking. If you live with kidney disease, make Nettle a conversation with your doctor, not a surprise. Now let's paint a clear picture of how an ordinary evening can become a cramp-calming ritual. Dinner is simple: a plate with protein, a serving of vegetables, and a small portion of a gentle starch if you enjoy it. You finish eating and take a 15-minute stroll or tidy the kitchen, letting your body start its wind down. You set a kettle on the stove. While the water heats, you rinse your mug, choose your tea for the night, and place the bag or loose herb in a strainer. You pour, you cover, and you set a timer: 8 minutes for chamomile, 5 for lemon balm, 10 for ginger if you like it strong. While it steeps, you sit down, feet on the floor, eyes soft. You take 5 slow nasal breaths, exhaling longer than you inhaled. You take the cover off the cup, breathe in the scent, and let the first sip roll warm over your tongue. You do not scroll your phone. You let the cup be the show. When it's empty, you stand, walk to the wall, and step 1 foot back, heel heavy, knee straight, 30 to 40 seconds. You bend the knee, heel heavy, 30 to 40 seconds. You switch legs. You sit and stretch your hamstring 20 to 30 seconds each side. You point and flex your ankles 10 times. You write chamomile, 8:30 p.m., 1 bathroom trip, Cramps March 10th in your notebook. You turn down the bed. Your body knows exactly what comes next, and your calves do too. If you want to nudge your results along, remember the daytime basics that make your tea work even better. Move the body gently during the day: short walks, heel raises at the counter, ankle circles when you sit. Drink most of your fluids earlier, not late. Choose meals that give your muscles steady minerals: leafy greens, legumes, yogurt or kefir if they suit you, and a cooked and cooled potato with the skin now and then. These aren't strict rules, they're tiny allies. When the day supports the night, your tea doesn't have to carry the whole load by itself. Older bodies are wise, and they tell the truth. If a tea doesn't agree with you, set it aside. If chamomile makes your skin itch or your nose tickle and you know you're sensitive to the daisy family, don't push through, choose lemon balm or passionflower instead. If ginger sparks reflux, shift it earlier or pick a calmer tea at night. If nettle makes you urinate more, use it at lunch, not close to bedtime, or rotate it to twice a week. Respect is the secret ingredient in every mug you brew. You might wonder how quickly you'll notice a difference. For many people, the first change is in how the body feels getting into bed. The calves feel warmer, the feet feel less electric, the mind feels less jumpy. Over several nights, cramp frequency and intensity often start to drop. Sometimes the improvement is dramatic, more often it's steady and honest. Cramps from 7 out of 10 to 4, then 3. Sleep becomes less broken. You wake up feeling more like yourself. That's not wishful thinking. That's your nervous system learning a new routine and your muscles getting the message. If a cramp does wake you despite your best routine, your rescue is gentle and quick. Sit up, loop a towel around the ball of your foot, and pull your toes toward your shin for 20 to 30 seconds while breathing slowly. If you're near a wall, stand with the cramping leg back, heel anchored, and lean forward an inch or 2, then bend the knee slightly to reach the deeper calf. Massage the muscle with soft, slow strokes from ankle toward knee for a minute. If you need to, Take 1 to 2 minutes of light walking with a hand on the wall or back of a chair. Then return to bed and let the warmth you built with your tea carry you back into sleep. Here's a small encouragement for those who like a plan. At the end of your 7-night test, circle your 2 starters, the teas that lowered your morning cramp score the most. Keep them in your routine 2 or 3 nights a week. On hot days or more active days, use ginger earlier in the evening and one of your starters closer to bedtime. If your mind is busy, choose chamomile or passionflower. If your belly is tense, go with lemon balm. If your clinician approves and your body responds kindly, keep nettle in the rotation a couple of times a week. This simple system takes the guesswork out and leaves you with a calm, repeatable rhythm. Picture 1 week from now. The notebook by your bed has 7 short lines instead of blank frustration. You can see that chamomile gave you your best nights when your day was stressful. Ginger paired beautifully with your walking day. Lemon balm settled both belly and calf on the night you needed it. You've learned that sipping 75 minutes before bed and finishing by 9 leaves you peaceful and keeps the bathroom trips to 1 or none. You've learned that 2 minutes of gentle stretching feels better than any forced pose. You've learned that a calm evening routine is something you can choose, not something you have to wish for. Cramps are not just getting old. They're messages from muscles asking for balance, blood flow, and a softer landing at the end of the day. With the right tea, the right timing, and 2 minutes of kind movement, your nights can change in a handful of days. Keep your routine simple, your portions modest, and your notebook honest. Choose 2 teas to be your weekly anchors, sip them with attention, and let your calves learn that bedtime means peace, not a fight. If you want to amplify your progress even more, pair your evening tea with daytime foods that feed your muscles the minerals they love. If this was helpful, watch the next video right now. Top 5 foods that stop painful leg cramps. Over 60? Strengthen your legs. In that one, we'll help your plate work with your mug so your calves get the message from breakfast to bedtime. Relax, restore, and rest.